TheWord by Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda was a famous Chilean poet. He was a staunch supporter of the Communist Party. The pen name Pablo Neruda was chosen in honor of the Czech poet Jan Neruda. Some of his major literary works are Residence on Earth, Canto General, 20 love poems and a song of despair, pain in my heart, and then come back, the lost Neruda. He rose to fame with the publication of 20 love poems and a song of despair. Memoirs is his life story. Memoirs. The present extract, the word, is taken from his memoirs, his autobiographical work, Memoirs. The word is actually a prose passage, but it has all the poetic qualities. Even though it is considered as a prose passage, it has poetical qualities. The word. You can say anything you want. Yes, sir, but it is the words that sing, they soar and listen. You can say anything. You can say anything with the words. With the words, you can say anything. It is the words that sing. It is the words that soar, that fly, and descend, come down, come down. It's the words that sing, they soar and descend. The words fly like birds. They sing, they soar, they descend, they come down. I bow to them, I love them. I bow to them, I kneel before them, I respect them, I love them, I cling to them, I run them down, I run after the words. So, as far as a poet is concerned, a word has great significance. The words have great significance. I run them down. So the poets often will have to struggle with the words. They needed the appropriate word, the most suitable word to be used in their poetry. I cling to them, I run them down, I bite into them, I melt them down. I love words so much. I love words so much. The unexpected ones. The unexpected ones. So words come unexpectedly. The poet eagerly waits for suitable words. They come all on a sudden. They emerge all on a sudden. Quite unexpectedly, the words come. The ones I wait for greedily. The poet will have to wait for the words greedily. or stalk, hide, walk stealthily, until suddenly they drop. So until the words drop, until the words drop, a poet will have to wait. So it is described as the effort to catch a bird, waiting for it to come down, stalk until suddenly they drop. The poet will have to wait patiently for the suitable words. Stalk means move secretly. The poet will have to hide somewhere for these words to drop. Just like a person who wants to catch a bird hides somewhere for the bird to come down to trap it. Vowels I love. I love vowels. Particularly, I love vowels. They glitter like colored stones. They leap like silver fish. They are foam, thread, metal, dew. So the words are compared to colored stones. The words are compared to colored stones. They glitter like colored stones. They leap, they jump, they leap like silver fish. The vowels, the vowels. They leap like silver fish. They are foam, thread, metal, dew. They are foam. They are thread, metal, dew. So the poet says that he loves vowels. He greatly loves vowels. I run after certain words. I run after certain words. A poet needs most suitable words. I run after certain words. Just as we run after a cock to catch it, the poet runs after certain words. They are so beautiful that I want to fit them all into my poem. The words are beautiful. They are beautiful words. The poet wants to use such words in his poems. I want to fit them all into my poem. I catch them in mid flight. In mid flight. So the words are described as birds. The words are described as birds. So I will catch them in mid flight. In mid flight. When they fly past me, I will catch them. When they fly past me, I will catch them. I want to fit them all into my poem. I catch them in mid-flight. പറക്കുന്നതിനിടയിൽ പിടിക്കും. As they buzz past, as they fly past. I trap them, clean them, peel them. I set myself in front of the dish. So I trap them. I trap words. Just as we trap birds. I trap them, clean them, peel them, peel them. So the poet is going to prepare a very delicious dish. With words, the poet can create a beautiful poem. Like a beautiful, like a delicious dish. So catching a bird, trapping a bird, clean them. So clean it, peel it, and preparing a delicious dish. I set myself in front of the dish. Then I sit in front of the dish. They have a crystalline texture to me. They have a crystalline texture. They have a crystalline texture. They look like crystal. Transparent. Transparent. Vibrant. Ivory. Off-white ivory. Vegetable. They are like vegetables. Oily. They are oily, like fruit, like algae. Algae, water plant. Water plant. Like algae, like agates. Agate is a mineral. It is considered a healing stone, a protective stone, supposed to have magical powers. Agate. A stone that is supposed to have magical powers. It is considered a healing stone. So the words are all these. The words. So with the words, the poet can create a beautiful poem. Just as a cook prepares a very delicious, a beautiful dish. Like olives. Words are like olives. And then I stir them, I shake them, I drink them. I stir them. So preparing a dish, preparing food. I stir them. So the poet will have to struggle with the words. The poet will have to struggle with the words. Then I stir them, I shake them, I drink them. I gulp them down, I swallow them. I swallow, I devour them. I gulp them down. I mash them. I mash them. Mash. Mash means crush into pulp. Crush into pulp. Crush into liquid form. ദ്രവരൂപത്തിൽ ആക്കുക. ഐ മാഷ് ദം. ഐ മാഷ് ദം. So there are surrealistic images. Visual images are abundantly used in this passage. Visual images are abundantly used. So the poet has great influence of surrealism. You can see surrealistic images. So they will not have any logical connections. Things are arranged in an illogical manner in surrealism. The poet is influenced by surrealism, that movement in art. So I mash them, I garnish them, I garnish them, decorate food. I decorate, I garnish them, I let them go, I let them go. Leave them in my poem like stalactites. Leave them in my poem like stalactites. Stalactites are an icicle-like structure hanging from the roof of a cave. ഒരു ഗുഹയിൽ അതിന് മുകളിൽ നിന്ന് ഇങ്ങനെ തൂങ്ങിക്കിടക്കുന്ന ഐസ് പോലെയുള്ള ഒരു സ്ട്രക്ചറാണ് ഈ സ്റ്റാലക്ടൈറ്റ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സ്റ്റാലക്ടൈറ്റ്സ്, they look like icicles. Stalactites. A tapering structure. A tapering structure എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അതിങ്ങനെ താഴത്തേക്ക് വരുന്തോറും വീതി കുറഞ്ഞ് വരുന്നു. ഈ ഒരു ഐസ് പോലെയുള്ള ഈ ഒരു ഫോമേഷൻ സാധാരണ ഗുഹകളിൽ അതിന് മുകളിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ തൂങ്ങിക്കിടക്കുന്ന കാണാം. Stalactites. They will have different shapes. So I use them like stalactites in my poems. The words give a charm to my poem. Leave them in my poem like stalactites, like slivers of polished wood. Slivers. Sliver means thin piece. Slivers, thin pieces. They are like thin pieces of polished wood. Thin pieces of polished wood. Like slivers of polished wood. So the words are everything. The words are everything. We can say anything with words. Words exist everywhere. Words exist everywhere. Like slivers of polished wood, like coals, like coals. Pickings from a shipwreck. Pickings from a shipwreck. What we get from a wrecked ship. Gifts from the waves. They are gifts from the waves. They are like gifts that the waves give. Everything exists in the word. Everything exists in the word. An idea goes through a complete change because one word shifted its place. When one word changes its place, the entire meaning will change. When a single word changes its place, the entire meaning will change. An idea goes through a complete change because one word shifted its place or because another settled down like a spoiled little thing inside a phrase that was not expecting her but obeys her. So the words are like mischievous children. Sometimes they behave like mischievous children. They will sit wrongly in a place, in a phrase. Like mischievous children, sometimes they act. Spoiled little thing. They behave like spoiled little thing, like a mischievous child. It will, a mischievous child will sit where it wants to sit, where it likes. So a word sits in a phrase wrongly, then the entire meaning of the phrase will change. Another settled down like a spoiled little thing inside a phrase that was not expecting. When the phrase does not expect that word, when that word is not at all suitable to be put in that phrase, then the idea changes. Grammatically, it may be correct, but it will make no sense. But obeys grammatical rules. They have shadow, transparency, weighty feathers, hair, and everything. They gathered from so much rolling down the river, from so much wandering from country to country. So it is about the change of meaning. The meaning of a word changes gradually. So there will be much difference. A word will have a great difference from the root word, from the original word. Gradually, it changes the meaning. So it is compared to a stone that lies in the river for a long time. It will gather weighty feathers, hair, shadow, transparency. So just as a word that rolls down the river, a word that rolls down the river, gathers several objects on its surface. The word also will undergo changes. Just as a stone changes its shape when it is rolling down the river. A word when it wanders from one country to another country. Gathered from so much rolling down the river, from so much wandering from country to country, from being roots so long. The root meaning may change. They are very ancient and very new. They live in the beer, hidden away and in the budding flower. So the words exist everywhere. The words exist everywhere. From the beer. Beer is the marble frame where a coffin is placed. ഒരു ശവപ്പെട്ടി വെക്കുന്ന മാർബിൾ ഫ്രെയിം അതാണ് ബിയർ. The words exist in the beer as well as in the budding flower. In the budding flower. They live in the beer, hidden away, and in the budding flower. The words exist everywhere, from the beer to the budding flower. What a great language I have. It is a wonderful language that I have. Wonderful language that I have. It's a fine language we inherited from the fierce conquistadors. Conquistadors. Conquistadors are the Spanish conquerors. Spanish conquerors. പണ്ട് ഈ സ്പാനിഷ് ആക്രമണകാരികൾ ചിലി ആക്രമിച്ച സമയത്ത് അവരിട്ടേച്ച് പോയതാണ് ഈ ഭാഷ. Spanish is the language of Chile. It's a fine language we inherited from the fierce conquistadors. It is a fine language we inherited. We inherited from the Spanish conquerors when they attacked Chile. It's a fine language we inherited from the fierce conquistadors. They strode over the giant Cordillera Sea over. Cordillera Sea is a chain of mountains. A chain of mountains. Cordillera Sea. So crossing mountains, these invaders, these Spanish conquerors came to Chile, crossing mountains. They strode over the giant Cordillera Sea over the rugged Americas, crossing America, rugged, uneven Americas, hunting for potatoes, sausages, beans, black tobacco, gold, corn, fried eggs with a voracious appetite. പണ്ട് സ്പാനിഷ് കോൺഗ്രേഴ്സ് ചിലി ആക്രമിച്ചത് ഈ സുഗന്ധദ്രവ്യങ്ങൾക്കും ചിലിയുടെ സമ്പത്ത് കവർന്നെടുക്കാനും ഒക്കെ വേണ്ടിയായിരുന്നു എന്നാണ്. So they came crossing the mountains, crossing the Americas. So they came to the Latin America, crossing the mountains. They attacked the Latin American countries. So in search of potatoes, sausages, beans, black tobacco, gold, corn, fried eggs with a voracious appetite. Voracious means greedy. Greedy. Voracious appetite. Appetite means hunger. Hunger. With a greedy appetite. With a greedy appetite. With great greed that they came to attack this country. They attacked Chile. for potatoes, sausages, beans, black tobacco, gold. They took away everything from our country. These people, these invaders, these Spanish conquerors took away everything from our country. They plundered the wealth with a voracious appetite, with great greed, not found in the world since then. They swallowed up everything. They destroyed everything. They took away all our wealth in their sacks, in their huge sacks. They took away everything. They swallowed up everything. Religions. They destroyed our religions. These terrorists destroyed our religions. Pyramids. Our pyramids, wonderful pyramids, they destroyed. Tribes, idolatries. Idolatry is worship of idols. Worship of idols. They destroyed idols. They destroyed tribes, pyramids, just like the ones they brought along their huge sacks. They took away all our wealth in huge sacks that they brought, which is as greedy as them. In their huge sacks, wherever they went, they razed the land. They destroyed the land. Wherever they went, they destroyed the land. But words fell like pebbles out of the boots of the barbarians. Actually, it is from these barbarians that we got a language. We got a language. So, Spanish became the official language of Chile after these colonizers left. Even after the colonizers left. Words fell like pebbles. Pebbles means Chinese stones. Chinese stones. Pebbles out of the boots. So words fell from their boots like Chinese stones, the words from their boots. So we got a language. The boots of the barbarians, out of their beards, their helmets, out of their helmets, their horseshoes, luminous words, bright words, bright glittering words we got. They left behind language. They took everything but left behind language. Luminous words that were left glittering here, our language. We came up losers, we came up winners. We came up losers, we were defeated. We were defeated, we were crushed. Everything that belonged to us was destroyed. But we came up winners. In a way, we are winners because we got a language. We came up losers, we came up winners. They carried off the gold and left us the gold. They carried all the wealth, but they left us the gold. This gold is the language, golden language. So it's an example of parallelism. It's an example of parallelism. They carried off the gold and left us the gold. They took away all the riches, but they left behind another wealth, that's language. They carried everything off and left us everything. They carried away everything, but they left us everything. They left us the words. They left us the words. So even though this is a prose passage, it has many poetical qualities. There is personification. There are visual images abundantly used. There are similes, metaphors, personification, parallelism. So we can also see surrealist features also in this poem. Though the surrealists failed to distinguish between dream and reality, dream and reality. A surrealist poem describes things in an illogical manner. They arrange things in an illogical manner. For example, you can see this. Here is an example. You can see. I stir them, I shake them, I drink them. I gulp them down, I mash them. Mash. Mash like a potato. Crush into pulp. That word should have been before drink. So, so it's a prose passage, but it has many poetical qualities. Okay, thank you.